Good morning. It's like 8:40, so we slept in, but I don't really care. I was very tired. We're gonna try to get 20 miles in today, but if we can go in 16.6 yesterday, and we only started at noon, we can do 20 today, at least by 8. Like, it's not a big deal. Sun's up till 8:30ish now, so I'm waiting for my inReach to tell me what the weather's supposed to be, because I think it's going to be hot, which will make me go really slow. But yeah, we got some like 5.5 miles of uphill this morning, and then a little bit of a down. There's a next like creek is in 12 miles. It's where we'll have lunch, which is actually where I got back on trail after Lake Isabella last year. And then there's a nice steepish climb right out after that again, and then we'll just camp on the other side of that climb. But yeah, I'm still pretty sleepy this morning. I slept not so great most of the night because I was just like hot, and it would be sweaty, and then I'd get out of my sleeping bag and it would be cold, and my body's just being weird. And then this morning I finally like fell asleep really good for like 10 minutes. Like probably like the best sleep I've had in a while. And like Paddles woke me up and he's like, "Hey." And I was like, "Oh shit." So I was actually like out for once, but it'll be okay. Only 33 miles to Kennedy Meadows, so we can do this. We camped down in that little valley. There's a lot of people. A whole lot of people. This one person, which is probably why I didn't sleep super great to start with, it's like on and off snoring so loud, like so much that it's like, I don't know how a human being can make such a loud noise while they're sleeping. But eventually they stopped and I, fell asleep. So it's good. But yeah, I'll check in later. So I'm like 3.2 miles from where we're supposed to stop for lunch at Chimney Creek. It is just so hot right now. My feet are pretty sore already, and I haven't even done 10 miles yet. Definitely time to retire these shoes. But yeah, it's really hot. I'm hoping when I get to the creek I can take like a really long break, because there's another 2,500 foot elevation climb after the creek, and I'm just pooped. And we'll see what Paddles wants to do. But yeah. I think it's like 26 miles from here to Kennedy Meadows. Ready to be there and get all my packages and then make our plans for avoiding snow for a bit. And I need to get somewhere where I have cell service again so I can like check in with my family, because yesterday my mom told me my grandma wasn't doing very well again, so I just want to like, maybe if I get decent enough Wi-Fi or service there, I can call and talk to her for a little while. I just ate some lunch, filled up a little water. There's, I think, more in like 2.2 miles, but I don't really want to stop there.
8.2 to where Paddles wants to camp tonight. He's about to hike on. I'm gonna lay here for an hour or so. I kind of like rolled my foot, the same one again, so I just want to like take some time off it for a bit because it's like 6.5 miles of straight uphill. It's like 2,500 feet of elevation gain. It's gonna suck. Also, it's pretty warm every time the sun comes out. I'm like burning up, so yeah. Just try to relax for like an hour, maybe more. It's like 2 o'clock now, so if I get going by 3, I should still get into camp by like 7 or 8, which isn't bad. Or if I stay here longer and I get in the dark, it's fine too. And just, yeah, my feet are wrecked. My shoes just need to be chucked. I think it's 21 miles from here to Kennedy Meadows, so it's not that far, but still so far. And this is the last like really big climb. Getting there. The rest are just little ones, so looking forward to being done with that. And then I'm really looking forward to having some time off since now I've kind of like re-irritated this old injury. But yeah, that's the plan. Okay, so just packed up my stuff for my little sit down. It's like 3:30 now. A guy drove up and offered to give me a ride to town. Part of me was like, I wonder if I could get a ride to Kennedy Meadows and just not do these 21 miles. But that's last year me. And the other part, but then another little part of me was like, I wonder if I can get a ride to that dirt road crossing that Paddles wants to camp at tonight. That's 8 miles of hiking. But I'm going to try to walk it. I taped up my foot. So hopefully it'll get me the 8 miles to camp tonight, and then 13-ish to Kennedy Meadows tomorrow. And then we're going to be there for at least for a few days because we're both waiting for packages, and he just had one just sent today, so we'll just be hanging out. And then right now the plan is to go down to Ridgecrest and rent a car and take 2 weeks off trail and go on like a fun road trip adventure, like go to San Francisco for a few days, hit up the redwoods on the coast, maybe wine country, potentially hike the Lost Coast Trail, which is only like a 3-day hike, so but it'll help keep us, moving. But also, like, this road trip will be coming at a good time for me because I'm now again in that like limbo of, do I need to fly home? Do I not need to fly home with my grandma being sick again? So if we go to San Francisco, it'll be much easier for me to fly from there if I have to. Fingers crossed that I don't, though, and that maybe gets better. But yeah, starting this 6.5 miles of uphill. It's like 2,500 feet of elevation gain in 6.5 miles. I think the spring in like 2.2, and that's like 1,000 miles uphill to that. And yeah. But I'm just gonna take my time. I mean, worst comes to worst, don't get into camp until like 10 p.m. or something, and just have to rudely wake up Paddles when I get to camp. Be like, I made it. But yeah. Still pretty warm out. Like, I think I'd have to wait till 5 or so for it to really cool down. But if I remember right, there's some trees and stuff on this stretch, and hopefully I can get some shade breaks and the breeze will help. Yeah. I'll try and check back in later. We'll see. Bye. So I just almost stepped on this rattlesnake, who is obviously very pissed off at me right now. Scared the crap out of me. Oh my god. I think that's the closest encounter I've ever had with almost getting bit. Maybe I can go around this way. Bye, snake. Sorry. That was scary. I just need to start paying attention again to snakes. It's so warm today that they're out again. The desert decided that it would like to actually show up for the last 2 days. Oh man, that got my adrenaline going. Holy crap. I don't think I've ever moved backward that fast. I think I have like half a mile to that spring, and then I'm gonna have to get water there because I drank all mine. Or I drank more than I'd planned to, and I need some potentially to cook with, and then we're dry camping tonight, so yeah. Holy crap. I'll check in later, guys. Gotta get my adrenaline back to normal after that. Oh, I just got another liter of water at this spring, which means I have about 4.2 to top of this hill and then 6 miles to camp. And it's only 4:40, so I might get in a little late, whatever. But like yesterday I got bit by a bug. I'm not sure what bit me, but I'm trying to keep an eye on this bug bite. But like it's this guy. I don't think it was a mosquito. It's just like really red and irritated. So, but I'm gonna keep an eye on it for the next few days. Hopefully it just heals up. Yeah, gotta get going. Gotta get ready to get to camp. I think my adrenaline rush from almost stepping on that snake's passed. So, gotta walk on. Little horny toad. Almost stepped on him too. Gotta be more careful. Although he kind of just like ran in front of my feet. So it's like 5:50, and I think I have a mile and a half more of uphill and a little over 3 miles to camp. I feel like I'm making pretty good time. I made it past where I camped last year. It was on this like road I just passed right down there, and I remember last year I got there in the dark. Like it took forever to get from where I took my break earlier to that road. And this year it's just like cruising. That my hair does not want to stay out of my mouth. That hour and a half breaks that I took, resting my foot and then taping it, really helped, because I think I would have had to take a lot more breaks coming up this hill than I have been, since I kind of had a nice little time to like recuperate from being hot and my foot being all messed up. And it gave me a chance to message my dad on the InReach and tell him happy birthday, because today's his birthday. So it worked out pretty well, I think. Now, if Paddles isn't at the spot he said he was going to camp at, I might be a little more frustrated. If he was like, oh, I feel good, I'm just going to go another 4 or 5 miles. But I think I'll be there. It's just gotta find him. I think he probably was like left like an hour 15 or so before me maybe. But yeah, ready to be at camp and hopefully get a good night's sleep so I can get up early and get to Candy Meadows and eat a delicious grumpy burger and have a beer. Whew. But yeah, I go like around this corner and then up the hill some more before I get to drop down. And then somewhere in this stretch between here and the next water is where last year my friend Stacy had an encounter with a sow and 2 cubs, so hopefully we won't have any bear problems today or tonight. But they're definitely out here. But yeah, I'll try to check in when I get to camp, but I might end up just getting there and like wanting to plop down and eat some food really quick and then just like go to bed, because today will be in, I think, like a 20 point something mile day that had like 5,000 or more feet of elevation gain in it. So I'll be